Hey, quick announcement before this video. Just to let you know, I am currently accepting new one-on-one coaching clients. So if you want to work with me, make sure that you go ahead and contact me today. When I wake up in the morning, I make time to meditate. And I started doing this like immediately last week after I was really feeling like I needed a center. I needed to like just find a way to calm myself and to get myself reconnected with, my mind, my purpose and stuff like that. And it's really been helping me a lot to find my center, to find my focus, to find my motivation. When I get up in the morning, I have my candles set up because there's a certain smell that really just kind of sets me at peace and gets me in that mood to just clear my mind and to think. And then I put on some meditative music, and I also have a couple of tracks by Deepak Chopra, which are some affirmations that talk about like greatness and fulfilling your purpose and intention and love and relationship and different themes. And they're short tracks. I have them on a Spotify list, and I play what I need in that moment. And I just silence myself. I clear my mind. I silence myself. I sit and I ask God or the universe or our source energy, like, what is it that how can I be used? How can I be used? What is my purpose for that day going forward? And to just really try to live in the present moment. We spend so much time just focusing on the past and the pain of the past and anticipating the future with a lot of anxiety and stuff and uncertainty. And sometimes I know for myself, I forget to just be here, be still, be in the moment, and just take that in, because the present is what we have. And you can still look towards goals, but when they become so consuming that they cause you stress and anxiety, then what good is it? So I'm really trying to learn how to release all of that. With everything that's been going on, I've had a particularly crazy week. My aunt died earlier this week. She'd been battling cancer for a long time, and that really kind of shook me at the core, because I was really trying to get a ticket out to go home to see her before, she passed. Like, I really wanted to see her one last time, because I hadn't seen her in a couple of years, actually. And our family, she's a close family friend. She's not like my blood relative, but our families grew up really closely together for like 3 generations. So her generation, my family, they were all friends since they were like 10, and they're like 60 now, and her parents and, my godmother, and, because I was raised by my godmother's family, she's like my mother, they were friends. And then when the kids started getting born, we all were friends. So we were all really close. We did a lot of stuff together, barbecues, birthday parties, like family gatherings, like everything. So our families were really meshed together. And her passing was really a hard one. It was quick and hard. So anyway, that happened. And then, yesterday I got into a situation with somebody that just caused me a high amount of anxiety. Like, I was shaking. can't really handle too much stress, and that was the day that I didn't meditate. So all in all, I tried to do this every single morning to calm my nerves, to find my purpose, and to just really bring focus into the things that I want. What I noticed is that there is a root cause for all of this, and it's not just one thing. For me, there's the relationship thing, and just feeling lonely. I think that's at the root of a lot of for me. But I think that's just like a small seed, because then when I think more beyond that, it's trying to find balance with what I want to do with my life and my purpose now. I feel like a lot of the things that I've been chasing, whereas I used to do things with a certain passion because I just wanted to do it, and then it became I got involved with business gurus and mentors and who tell you you've got to do this and you've got to do that, and it's about this and it's about that and it's about numbers and and I just lost my way. It just fucking started driving me nuts. And I think it's where I am right now. I'm like, you know what? I'm just scrapping all these ideals. I'm letting them go, and I'm finding my purpose again and what I want. And at the core of things, helping people is what I want. You know what I mean? And just trying to give myself and my experiences so other people can benefit and learn and do what they have to do. And, I will always have people come to me who want more support, who want that actual one-on-one time, or, want more of my information, what I have to give, and that's fine. And I need to get back to my purpose again and finding which direction I'm going. And I feel like that's picking up, but the show must go on, and that's life. And we all have difficult moments and difficult times, and you just have to pick up and keep focused. And when it comes to my training and everything like that, I'm still in there. I'm still in the pocket. So I've got to show you guys some stuff I've been eating. I have been craving Indian food again. So this time I got this really great curry, a korma curry that I got from the grocery store that I used just as a little simmer sauce. And I sauteed up my meat with some vegetables, some peppers and onions and stuff like that. Seasoned it up a bit with some seasonings, and then I let it marinate in this korma sauce, which is just basically a coconut curry. And I made it over some white rice. And because I have so much time before my show, I do allow myself to have some flavor in there, but as things get closer, I kind of cut stuff like this out. All right, so I'm actually heading into the gym now to get my workout on. And I stopped by Starbucks this morning to get a creme brulee latte. I don't drink this every morning, but sometimes I want a little treat. And today I need a little treat. So this is kind of like a little sugary, but it's okay. I'm about to burn this baby off when I get to the gym. Now, keep in mind I'm 16 weeks out as of Saturday. So, these little treaties here and there up to this point haven't been a deterrent to my overall goal. But pretty soon after this, I'm gonna have to really start just honing in and staying 100% on with my diet. But I'm feeling good right now because I just finished my meditation session that I showed you like a minute ago. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and head in and get my workout going in the gym. So let's take a sip. And let's go. And yes, there is whipped cream on this, but it's light whipped cream. I told him to go light with it. So, all right, let's get to the gym. All right, so let's talk training for a moment. So right now, my training has actually been very, very, very consistent. And, my weight training is definitely the main highlight of all of the work that I do in the gym. But what I have found over the years is that I really love and I really enjoy adding other elements of training to my regimen. And I really feel that cross training has had an effect on my body to help me to look more athletic, to have better lines, to have better symmetry. And I, at one point, stopped doing it, and I really started to focus more on just weight training and my cardio and, the traditional bodybuilding approach. But what I find I need to get back to for myself, my own sanity, finding the things that I love and making sure that this whole entire bodybuilding thing is my lifestyle, is to get more back into my cross training again and to start doing ballet and to start running outside and to start going to the track and to start doing other things like CrossFit. So as you can see right here, I was starting off with a couple of warm-up exercises, and I'm doing some power work, and I'm moving through just snatches and stuff like that. In a minute, you're gonna see me doing cleans as well. And I really love power training for how it really makes my body feel. Number one, I feel strong, I feel powerful. But then I also know that power training is really a great element to help to develop the body even further. And I jumped back into CrossFit maybe for the last 2.5 weeks or so. And I'll tell you what, I used to hate CrossFit when I first started it. I did it maybe 2 years ago. And I just hated all the running, and I was off season at the time. And, they were always outside doing shit I just didn't want to do. But in my pursuit to wanting to find people who are like-minded and increase my social circle and to do it in a way that keeps me involved in the things that I love, I decided to take up the CrossFit again. And actually, you know what? This time I really love it. So I've been working on these hang snatches and these power cleans, and I'm really just trying to perfect my form with it. And these exercises are really great for developing everything from head to toe. I mean, when you're getting down to that squat and you're coming up, you have to accelerate through the hips. So you got a lot of power work going through the glutes, going through the legs, the quads and everything. You've got the core working as well. And then, when you're bringing the bar up overhead and you're moving that weight through space, of course, you've got the back working, you've got the arms, you've got the shoulders. So there's a lot of dynamic motion that's going on in this particular exercise and with this power training. And my CrossFit box is actually not an annoying one. They actually are really sticklers about form and doing things properly. I've picked up some really great tips on how to execute my power training properly through them. So it's been a great addition for me, and it's really been helping me to take things to the next level. Now, like I said, I'm still in the gym and I'm mixing in my weight training. And I think, for me with this prep and with every prep, and I say this to my clients, I say this to everyone, the number one thing you want to think about when it comes to your weight training in the gym is that whatever builds muscle in the face of fat loss keeps it. And so I try to continue to lift heavy. And when it comes to my split, I'm looking at more of, just maintaining shape as I'm coming down. I'm training my back about once a week. I'm training my shoulders though about twice a week. I'm training legs about twice a week. And I'm really just putting in the time and making sure that I'm really just challenging myself in the gym, I guess I'm trying to say. And there's really no magic formula about it, but just thinking about every single rep. How can I push myself? How can I take things further? How can I really use this time in the gym to make sure that I keep as much lean muscle as I can as I'm coming down? And that's what this heavier training does for me. Now, as you can see here, I moved on to some leg training. And another aspect of my body that I really want to see some great improvement with is my glute and ham tie-in. So when I'm hitting up my legs, I'm actually doing a lot of work that's more hip dominant. Like you see me doing this double fisted kettlebell deadlifts here, which are really great for the glutes. I'm thinking about squeezing through that glute ham tie-in as I'm coming up. I leave my knees slightly bent in this action, so that way I'm getting a little bit more hamstring in there as well. So all of that's gonna really help to carve out that definition once they start coming down, and just really thinking about how much I can improve those legs. Like when you see those girls turn around to the back, especially Latoya Watts, she has like one of the most impressive glutes I've ever seen on a figure girl. And I want that kind of shape. I have the size, so I want that conditioning in detail. And that's what I'm thinking about when I'm performing this particular exercise. And also what I've thrown in, if you might have seen the last video that I did, I throw in a lot of single leg work as well. So single leg presses and stuff like that have been really crucial for me, I feel, in hitting that area and making sure that as I come down that it really is gonna look like something. So, my traditional weight training still has its place, and it's just something that will always be a part of it. Now, the last thing that I really am excited to share with you is that I am back in the dance studio again. And I have spent years as a professional dancer. I have spent years training at some of the top schools and studios within New York and around the country. And dance has always been a major part of my life, just in general. And I stopped dancing. I actually retired about 7 years ago professionally. But I also stopped taking class consistently for the last 2 years. So I'm now back in the dance studio. I'm back in there doing my ballet like 2 or 3 times a week. I'm gonna start adding in a jazz class or so in there and just doing what makes me feel good. And that's what this journey is all about. It's not just about that stage and that end goal. It's about the journey and the process and doing the things that you feel passionate about, that you absolutely love. And for me, dance, CrossFit, running, and weight training is all a part of that equation that's going to get my body to that next level and present the best that I can on that stage. Thank you.